Harley Quinn is a victim of her own success. We've seen her fight against naked cowboys who are being controlled by his ex's girlfriend who happened to be a bathtub streamer. We've seen her fight against the entire Justice League, or rather their clones, and successfully kill them. We've seen her do whatever she does in her own series for 5 seasons, and most importantly, we've seen her fight against her own bowel movement. I still can't believe that was a real thing. And ever since she popped out of the cake and asked Joker to ride his Harley, or when she took her clothes off for absolutely no reason in the live action, one thing stayed consistent, and that was the of her character. You see, fact of the matter is, big companies love to capitalize off of their success. For example, characters like Jeff the Land Shark or Luna Snow are 2 characters who people didn't know much about before the release of Marvel Rivals. But after the success this game had and the popularity these 2 characters gained, you get to see them in pretty much all the new comics, with Jeff the Land Shark even being confirmed for his eventual MCU debut. And such is the case with Harley. Initially, she was meant to be a goon and a one-off character in an episode of Batman animated series called Joker's Favor, but after they saw the character they created resonated well with the fans, they gave her another chance. And soon enough, she became one of the fan favorites of the series, and that's when DC realized they accidentally captured lightning in a bottle. She was psychotic but full of life. Her dynamic with the Joker was enjoyable, and also, the cherry on top was that Bruce Timm was in charge of her art style. You know, the guy who was responsible for most of our childhood superhero crushes. So, 7 years later, DC finally decided to give her the recognition she actually deserves, and in 1999, she appeared in Batman Harley Quinn issue 1, which soon got followed by several other appearances throughout the comics. Also, a fun fact about Harley Quinn's name is that it was actually inspired by Harley Quinn, a theatrical character from the 16th century's Commedia dell'arte, aka the earliest form of cinema. So you could say that Harley Quinn is the first ever superhero slash supervillain to be ever created. But after a while, DC decided it's best for her to go on her own and leave her codependent toxic relationship with Joker. Even in video games, we had her having her own DLC in Arkham Knight and Arkham City, and we had a whole segment in Injustice where she decided enough is enough and left Joker for good. Around the same time, she was also introduced as a member of the Suicide Squad, which later got a live-action adaptation where she was portrayed by Margot Robbie. And that movie became such a huge success, at least in terms of sales, that it influenced the character's design for the years to come. Just for reference, this is how she looked like before, and this is how she looked like after the first Suicide Squad movie. This also meant that the writers had to work on giving her new quirks, which one of them happened to be them doubling down on her but with her appearing in more stories than ever before, one would wonder if this will help her become more popular or make people tired of her appearance in everything DC related. But I'm curious to know what you guys think of Harley. Let me know in the comments below, like and subscribe to all the good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.